Moore, University of California, Davis, taking on Moore-Keefe of Chattanooga.
Moore from UC Davis coming on top right here. This is his 4th NCAA tournament, but he's never been an All-American. This is his opportunity right here.
And it would be the first ever for UC Davis.
Coached by Lenny Zaleski, former Iowa All-American. His brother Jimmy Zaleski, former Iowa coach, is now at Oregon State. They're coaching both on the West Coast, competing against each other.
Moore building up all kinds of riding time in this opening period. 10 seconds left in the opening stanza.
Keefe was 5th last year, 4-time qualifier out of the Southern Conference. Chris Bono has got that Chattanooga program rolling along.
So a 2-0 lead for Moore, plus riding time built up of 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Here's Moore-Keefe, a senior out of Georgia. 4th time he's qualified here for the NCAAs.
Moore has won 2 Pac-10 championships, and he's come within 1 match of being an All-American 2 years in a row. Here he is again.
Keefe unseated, doing a great job in this tournament.
Moore driving through, and he'll get to 2 because his toes are still in. Any part of your body that's in, you have control. It's 2.
It doesn't matter if the opponent is out of bounds.
Doesn't matter if the opponent's just as your big toes in. That's good enough, and that's exactly what it was. Right here, he drives through, never gives up, gets control, both legs. Look at that toe right there. The referee sees it, 2 points.
How much strength does it take to make that move he just did?
Well, it's strength, and it is a never give up mentality. I'm going to drive you through. That's why I like the rule. It rewards the aggressive wrestler, the one that's making the shot.
I think it's good positioning that leads to the ability to apply power, and that rule change came in last year, and it extends the wrestling area 3-4 feet because you can lay out of bounds, just your toes stay in.
Keefe trying to get to his knees, get his hips underneath him here, but Moore doing a nice job of hovering right here and keeping pressure. He's making himself heavy. You see, he's not on his knees. He stays out on his toes, driving a lot of power. That's where you get your power. You got to have your shoelaces up and driving.
And right now, Moore has built up enough riding time already that he'll get a point for riding time. There's no way Keefe can erase that.
He also has his body high on the back, and that continues to force the opponent's head down to the mat. And if your head's down, it's tough to get away.
You're not going to win when your head's down on the mat. Man with the head up is always going to win. This is just playing into Moore right now because he's getting a lot of riding time. He feels comfortable here.
Nice job of leverage here. Despite having his leg grabbed, he is able to counter well, keep his balance, stay belly down, and get to a stalemate.
7 seconds remaining in this second period. And Derek Moore with a 4-0 lead. Add a point, too, for Moore. He's built up over 4 minutes of riding time. All you need is 1 minute. Quick start.
Caution on Moore for just coming on the arm before the official said come.
Get 1 caution, and the next time it's a point.
2 cautions on a false start, then you get a point penalty. This is a big ride out here, just that 7 seconds. You don't want to let your opponent get away.
And he won't, so we're going to check in now on Nathan Morgan and Charles Griffin. Quint, give us an update.
Key reversal right there by Charles Griffin of Hofstra. Takes a 4-3 lead. Keep in mind, though, Nathan Morgan of Oklahoma State with riding time. So they're virtually tied here. 1 minute and 5 to go in the 3rd period. Meanwhile, on mat 6, Don Fish of Ryder trying to pull a huge upset over Manuel Rivera.
Rivera of Minnesota, 38-2 coming into this quarterfinal action.
Rivera was hurt just a couple of weeks ago. Didn't have a good Big Ten tournament. Lost a couple of times. Hadn't lost going into it. And I think we're seeing the effects of that injury still. But Morgan right here is behind 4-3, and the riding time for Morgan is going down as we watch this match. It's under a minute now, so this is a real lead for Charles Griffin from Hofstra, but he looks like he's in trouble.
We'll see if Nathan Morgan of Oklahoma State can do what his teammate Coleman Scott did. Remember Scott late in the third period with a reversal and then one in overtime.
2 points. Gets the reversal.
There it is, just like his teammate.
He worked that nicely to get the reversal. He didn't rush it, and that was what really led to the score.
Now, if he can ride out Griffin, Morgan will win.
And Morgan's getting his riding time built back up, and he's approaching a minute again. And so this is right now. He needs more than one because Morgan has the riding time, so he needs a reversal here to send it into overtime.
4 seconds to go. Morgan hanging on for dear life.
Man, he does.
Nathan Morgan with a great reversal. He wins 6-4. Let's get you back to Derek Moore and Michael Keefe. And last we saw, Derek Moore had a commanding lead going into the third period. He still has the advantage, 5-2. Plus he has riding time. So in essence, the lead 6-2 for Moore over Keefe, with 40 seconds remaining here in the third period.
Escape there, another point tacked on, 6-2, and as you said, Dave, that's an extra point, 7-2. Nice, but there's a nice double for Keefe from Chattanooga, but he needs more than that. 6-4 on the scoreboard, but 7-4 really. And so he's 3 points down with 22 seconds left.
There is riding time, obviously, on the board.
Keefe unseeded, beat the 10th seed, Kyle Rochelle of Wisconsin in the first round, and knocked off 7th seed Brandon Rader in the second round. And right now in all kinds of trouble with Derek Moore.
He's going to cut him loose and look for the home run.
And he's got to, well, and that's 2 for takedown, driving into the hips, keeping that ankle. As long as he keeps the ankle, he'll keep control, but it doesn't matter because there's the winner. Derek Moore, he becomes an All-American for the first time in 4 tries, the first All-American for UC Davis.
Good stuff at 141 pounds, and the highlight of this was the #1 seed, Ryan Lang. What an exciting 1 minute and 40 seconds. His match with Darian Caldwell of North Carolina State. Once again, Derek Moore, he moves on into the semifinals where he'll face Nathan Morgan. And also you saw in the other quarterfinal action, Rivera, he comes back on Don Fish and ends his Cinderella ride. Former rider, but Manuel Rivera from Minnesota able to win. How about the win though for Ryan Lang? He gets the pin in 1 minute and 40 seconds. What a victory for Lang, the #1 seed. So